Hello. Army lovers announce surprise announcement from BTS Jungkook's success in the Korean entertainment world is highly calculated by HYBE. Shocking facts that have never been revealed to the public. No one can argue that Jungkook's name is now not only an idol in the South Korean entertainment world, but has transformed into a global icon whose influence extends beyond the limits of the music industry, fashion, to international entertainment. However, behind the camera and the stage, there was a news that disturbed the minds of many. Is it true that HYBE, the giant agency that houses BTS, takes Jungkook so seriously that all his steps are arranged in such a way to keep his top position? This question is not just a figment. Many facts, recorded moments, and even implied statements from industry insiders that began to lead to speculation that Jungkook's role in HYBE was bigger than the public imagined. In army circles, Jungkook's name is often referred to as Golden Boy, not without reason. From the very beginning of his debut at the age of 15, he already showed incredible talent that shocked many coaches and seniors in the industry. However, lately, speculation has been heating up as some fans have noticed the same pattern. Whenever HYBE faces public pressure or internal issues, Jungkook always comes up with a big project, a new song, or a spectacular performance that instantly distracts the public. Is this just a coincidence, or was Jungkook used as a secret weapon by HYBE to quell the storm? What makes this issue even more controversial is the fact that Jungkook's success doesn't just come from BTS's overall popularity. His solo album sales data, global streaming, and international performances often break records that even senior solo artists in Korea have difficulty chasing. It was at this point that the public began to wonder, did HYBE realize that Jungkook was not just a part of BTS, but the biggest asset they had, whose very existence was factored into their business strategy? Several sources who have worked with HYBE have leaked interesting stories. That said, whenever there are major contract negotiations with global brands, the first name that is always asked by the sponsor is Jungkook. In fact, there are reports that some brands are willing to postpone their campaigns if Jungkook's schedule is tight, just to make sure he becomes the main face of the promotion. In the eyes of the company, this clearly shows how Jungkook's selling point is very high, perhaps even exceeding HYBE's own expectations at the beginning of his career. However, behind all that, there is an emotional side that the media rarely highlights. Jungkook himself once said in an interview that he never considered himself the center of anything, even though everyone treated him that way. He admitted that he only wants to give the best for his fans and group mates. But, ironically, it was precisely this humble attitude that made HYBE rely on him even more. Interestingly, Jungkook's relationship with HYBE didn't always look transparent. There were moments where it looked like it wanted to take its own course, but in the end it still came back within the huge framework that the agency put together. Some army even suspected that HYBE kept a 5-year plan that put Jungkook at the center of their strategy, both for group and individual projects. If this is so, then Jungkook's success is not only the result of his personal hard work, but also the fruit of a very mature, giant business strategy. However, in the Korean entertainment world, being an agency's biggest asset does not always mean complete freedom. Overwhelming popularity also means relentless pressure. Jungkook must not only maintain the quality of his work, but also his public image. And this is where the controversy lies. Some judge that HYBE is too relying on Jungkook to the point of imposing too much responsibility on his shoulders. Even for the size of a superstar. One incident that sparked debate was when Jungkook had to perform at several consecutive international events despite recovering from a minor injury. Many fans felt HYBE should have given him a break, but the agency chose to keep pushing him to perform in order to maintain public momentum. This decision caused the anger of some army who considered the artist's health should be a top priority. But, despite all the controversy, the fact that cannot be ignored is that any project involving Jungkook is almost always a great success. Her music videos reached hundreds of millions of viewers, her songs dominated international charts, and her name became a trending topic on various social media platforms in just minutes. No wonder many believe that HYBE treats Jungkook not just as an artist, but as a pivot that turns the wheels of their profits. On the other hand, this success also created its own dilemma for Jungkook. He is at a crossroads between being an artist who wants to work freely and a global icon who is tied to corporate strategy. However, judging from the way he speaks in several interviews, it seems that Jungkook has found a balance. He still gives himself room for expression, while understanding that his position in the entertainment industry now carries much more responsibility than just singing or dancing. And therein lies Jungkook's true strength. His success is not just a matter of talent, visuals, or popularity, but also his ability to read the situation and adjust. HYBE might have accounted for it in their every big step, but in the end, all those achievements were only possible because Jungkook himself had incredible determination and dedication. Many observers of the Korean entertainment industry believe that in the next few years, Jungkook's role in HYBE will be increasingly dominant. He is no longer just BTS's golden mean, but the spearhead who is able to open up new markets, win international awards, and maintain the agency's reputation amid fierce competition. Will this be a huge advantage for his career, or is it simply too heavy a burden to bear? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. As long as HYBE continues to account for his every move, Jungkook will remain the center of attention of the Korean entertainment world, and possibly the entire world.